Good afternoon. I hope you appreciated the intermission and were able to catch up with friends. It's good to see familiar faces. Michael Cyril Craden and Becca Blackwell from my men's creative writing group. The softer side of the rougher sex. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with me and for being with the work. That's right, Ms. Markey, the softer side of it. Unfortunately, I must announce that my co-host and friend Sandy Katz cannot be with us tonight. A handful of days ago, I presented her with a bunch of peonies, and she had an allergic reaction, which she is still battling, according to my voicemail. So I must go it alone. I am not a comedian, but a poet, and Karen thought it would be good if I got out of the house. So here I am this afternoon. I said, Karen, what am I to do? She said, make something up, Joe. So I brought my poems. And I'd like to dedicate the selections I wish to share with you to Larissa Huziak. Several months back, I had a biopsy on my right testicle. And she held me into the wee hours of morning. I am fine. These poems are from my collection. I didn't have sex with my XXX. The first poem is called Friday Night. It was a Friday night, and the cable was on. I was stretched in a downward dog pose, dreaming of your lotus blossom, round and happy as a Buddha, pink like cherry blossoms in the spring. My kimono was open. Myself was loose and dangling in the cool breeze of the fan. I moved to stand, and the computer screen told me you were online, but you were not on time. I contemplated a G-chat, but it was not your G-spot. I reached for the erotic oils, but the oil had run dry. I should have gone to my cooking class. I prepared an instant noodle dish instead. Gluten slick in my mouth. I poured the red wine down my hearty gullet, I did. And I made a special interest Netflix selection. It was a Friday night. Saturday night. It was a Saturday night. Takeout containers scattered across the coffee table. The clock struck 9:30, that witching hour. My roving eye scanned the shelf of DVDs. I heard a key in the lock, and a strange woman called roommate entered. Disheveled and distracted, she removed her jeans for sweatpants. I averted my gaze, but the heat still seemed hot. She reached for the fried rice, and it still seemed hot. She handed me a utility bill, and it did not seem hot. I wondered if the brief connection aroused her, for she could not meet my fiery look, but something about the way she said we needed to pay the electric told me otherwise. I drank a lambic ale in the dark. She locked her door with a bag of pretzels. It was a Saturday night. Shall one more poem. Tuesday morning. It was a Tuesday morning, and I was basking in the rays of the sun. The thickness of my chest hair damp with sweat. My boxer briefs bowled on the floor. I saw 2 empty bottles of SoCo next to the box of red wine. I knew I had indulged. My Dionysian pleasures bringing the double vision now. Suddenly the roommate stood over me, waving the silken drawers like a banner she had always wished to parade. Tempted by obvious desire, she told me to dress and remove myself from the couch. Where did Monday go? It was a Tuesday morning. Thank you. And now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce lesbian sock puppeteer Jenny Fresh. She's a lover of ladies, and I support the work.
It was a sunny day at the Renaissance Fair in Sterling, New York. Please play the previous cue. Thank you.
Duchess Malkin, why are you crying? I'm crying because I've been abandoned at this Renaissance festival by my lover, Lady Gosselin. She says I'm not fun at theme parks. Oh, I'm sure you haven't been abandoned. Here, let me help you look for her. It's no use. I'll never be good at relationships. Wait, I think I see her. I see a stocky woman eating a chicken leg. Lady Gosselin doesn't eat chicken. You're being hysterical. No, I'm not. I can't believe I just did that. I'm shocked even myself. Good night. I needed that. My, you're magnificent. Would you like to come over and watch the never-ending story with me next weekend? What am I going to do with you, Duchess Malkin? Bad nymph. And that's how I met my sweet Scot and life partner, Marty. That's Duchess Malkin to you. Now, Duchess Malkin, you better let me do all the talking. Or what? Or you know what? No boom boom. Yes, no boom boom. You're embarrassing me. Fine. I'll just go watch 30 Rock then. Actually, Marty couldn't be here tonight because she's on retreat, but she's always in my heart and in my box. See, what I do is I like to use puppetry to share vignettes from my life, and I hope they remind you a little bit of yours and make you smile. Across lines of sexuality and interest. Why don't I just show you what I mean?